So if you're constantly finding yourself over the years being on a roller coaster like effect with your health, nutrition, and fitness, where you're climbing the hill and you're gaining weight, and then you start a program, a good workout program and diet, and then you go down, you lose a bunch of weight, and so you're feeling good, and then all of a sudden you're off of it and you're gaining weight again. And this cycle repeats over and over and over and over. And then sometimes you just stop it and you're this version of yourself that you're not happy with. You're overweight and you're unhealthy. And this is something that so many people uh, in America and across the world deal with. And certainly my clients have dealt with, and I have dealt with firsthand over the years. So I'm no different than anybody else. If you don't know my story, my name is Brian Rainey, and I've been a career fitness professional for 20 years. And I've been on this same roller coaster that many of you have been on. And what I want to share with you is I figured out why that roller coaster for most of us goes up and down versus stays the same, or there's a few rolling hills on it, and maybe it's not that fun of a roller coaster. But this bad health and fitness and diet culture roller coaster that we're all on, we need to get off of. So what I'm going to share with you in this video is how to get off that roller coaster. I'll use myself as an example, and I'll share with you like why other people have managed to live their whole entire life with this healthy weight, and they're fit and they're happy and they're energetic, and why you and I have been on this other path. And we're not to blame. Like, I can certainly tell you, it's really easy for me to pick out and tell you who's been putting those temptations and the example of bad behaviors in our lives, and we're not to blame. Like, so your dreams of wanting to fit into those clothes that you want to fit into, and to have the body that you want and the health that you want is out there, and you deserve it and you should have it. And there are industries and people that hold you back, not because they want to hold you back personally, but because it's we live in a capitalist society, and that means profit almost beats good intentions every time. So my story was at 34 years old, I had a massive heart attack. And the reason that happened was my lifestyle. So from the outside, I look like a very fit guy, and especially my occupation. I'm a personal trainer and a group exercise instructor for my whole career. So you always thought I was in great shape, and most of the time I looked like it. The problem was I had developed a really, really bad pattern that I think a lot of people are on, and it's why they stay on this roller coaster, right? So I'm going to reveal like exactly how this happens. Does it sound good? So, all right, like what had happened is I learned to manipulate the body, and I also help my clients learn how to manipulate the body through what we see in today's media as the ketogenic diet, right? And I'm not here to throw rocks at the ketogenic diet. It has its place. It can be done right, and it can be done really well. I learned this process from Dr. Atkins, right, and from Dan Duquesne. And if you don't know Dan Duquesne, you can check out his stuff. But he was this pioneer on manipulating the body, and I certainly learned how to manipulate the body for myself and for my clients. But I also taught us bad habits in that process, and didn't even realize it. So I'm here killing myself, and maybe even helping my clients kill themselves, even though they're getting in what they appear and think is great shape. So what happened is I learned how to eat, high fat and low carbohydrate and, moderate protein by eating fast food like like cheese and meat patties. So like getting a double cheeseburger or getting 2 double cheeseburgers at the drive-through and scarfing them down. So like I can meet my diet requirements by eating that way, and also eating junk food like pork rinds and other garbage that, wasn't healthy. So so fast forward from learning this at an early age in my 20s, Mike's actually probably like 18, 19, and then to 34 years old. And that process of eating bad food to get in shape, um, massive heart attack, and I almost died. Like, I mean, crawling on the floor, needing immediate surgery, or you're dead. And it worked out. So, I'm a lucky guy, but I just, I'm here to help wage war on this problem that we have. And if you're having this, then what I'm about to tell you certainly help you steer in the right course and get off this health and diet and fitness roller coaster once and for all. So take eating bad pattern, and you do this ketogenic diet, and you lose all this weight, and then you get to your goal and you stop. So like once you stop, what happens? Well, I continued the bad eating pattern, but I added in more garbage to it. So now I'm eating 2 double cheeseburgers, a large French fry, and that's no good. Like, that's just adding more bad on top of bad. So what I realized is that years of that accumulated and gave me a really bad inside. So I could look good on the outside, but had a really bad inside. The thing that struck me finally is like, how are people doing this and keeping fit for a lifetime, and what are they doing? So there's 2 points. All right, 2. 1, everybody, including myself and my clients, they used fitness and diet as a means to an end. People that maintain a healthy body, weight, and feel good and have great energy, most of these people, they keep it up year round. So there's a bad way to do that, and there's a good way to do that. And the difference is, people will say like, well, I don't want to work out forever. Well, you have to eat right and keep your body active if you want to live a long time, right? And be healthy. The odds are they're more in your favor if you do it that way than do it the other way. I mean, let's just look at our epidemic. Obesity and heart disease and cancer. Certainly lifestyle associated diseases. And if we're ever going to stomp that out, and if you as an individual are going to get off that roller coaster, you have to do what these people did. And what they did is they attached their identity to the way they look and what they eat. So I continued on the roller coaster even after I had my heart attack, because I continued to not put my identity to it. So when I finally figured out that the key was the identity, I attached my identity to, now I'm Brian, the healthy and fit guy, not Brian that's on a diet or doing P90X or doing, I just signed up for a gym. So then I start making better decisions. And what I really did is, now my nutrition and my workouts, they're just, they go throughout the year. And the key to that was planning them out to a year. And you don't have to get detailed. You might want to get detailed in the thing that you're doing right now, right? So that you could progress through it and you get the most out of what you're doing. But you can't keep doing the same thing. You either get overuse injuries, like people that run. I have really good friends that are runners, and they're all messed up because they've overdone it, right? Now, if they run and then do CrossFit and then do something else, yoga, Pilates, every quarter you'll start to see that your body doesn't get those overuse injuries, but you keep fit and you keep progressing in your health and wellness. So that's what I did, is I start to plan it out. I keep my workouts up, and I cycle through how I eat. I'll do stuff like a higher protein or a higher healthy fat, or whole foods, or whole food plant based, and I try to do that over the course of a year so that I don't get bored or stale with it, but I'm still eating and learning about my body. The things that you can learn about a diet, it's priceless. Like diets are a dime a dozen, but what you learn about from them are priceless because you learn what affects your body in a certain way. And like I, I can't stress it enough. Um, when you attach your identity to it, like people that keep their health and fitness for a lifetime, then doing those things, they're not a chore. They're just part of your identity, and you enjoy doing it, and they become a habit and not a bad pattern. So, one, you don't want your fitness and nutrition to be a means to an end. So you don't want to like, I'm going to lose 20 pounds and then that's it. Because you're going to go right back. Most people don't ever keep it off. I certainly didn't, and neither did my clients. So the second thing is you must attach your identity to it, right? I am, state your name, a healthy and fit person. And a healthy and fit person eats right, works out consistently, and sure, they have an 80-20 balance of enjoying really good things. I heard something the other day. I follow Brendan Burchard, and he's a high performance coach. He's worked with Oprah and other people. And he talks about like all these high producers, one thing they have in common is they work out, 4+ days a week. And what really struck me though isn't so much that, like that's a great thing, but I also heard a video that he wasn't in, but it was somebody talking about him, and they were talking about how fast he could drink a pint of beer, like in 1 second. And what I realized is like this guy, Brendan, who's a really like he's successful financially and in community and all this, and what he does is he has like 80-20 balance in it, right? He does it, he lives this identity, but he also knows that he has life happening too. So yeah, you can enjoy the beer. But what you've got to understand is the person that is healthy and fit, they do all this other good stuff all the time. So you've got to break the means to an end. And you must attach your identity to being healthy and fit if you want to get off the roller coaster. If any of this has moved you, or you want to go deeper into this, find me and message me, and I will be happy to have a powwow with you and see if we can't help you out. I do have programs that you can purchase and work with me as a coach, and I'd love to do that if you think I can benefit you.